I'm Aaron Phipps. I'm a wheelchair rugby athlete and I'm a Paralympic. I've been playing wheelchair rugby for about 9 years, but I've been doing wheelchair sports for about 15 years because I was doing wheelchair racing before that time. Yeah, I competed in the London 2012 Games, but I'm now training towards the Tokyo 2020 Games. I had meningococcal septicemia or meningitis type C when I was 15 years old, and as a result I became a bilateral below-knee amputee and a missing part of my hands. So it was a really difficult time, as you can imagine, becoming poorly, particularly at 15 years old. As a teenager, I was in year 11 at school. I'd spent a year in hospital, so it took a very long time for me to get better than I needed to rehabilitate, and it took quite a few years. It's given me a completely different outlook on life and the strength that I guess I never had before.
Here we go. Good.
I completely fell into sport just by chance. I started wheelchair racing and I just got the bug for it. I went and tried wheelchair rugby, which is arguably the most stupid wheelchair sport where you can smash people out their wheelchair. It's the best Paralympic sport there is. And I was given this opportunity where they said if you train as hard as you can, there's a chance you'll make the London 2012 Paralympics. So I set that as my goal. I contacted Solent University and said, would you support me, and started training with them.
I've worked with Aaron probably for, I'd say around about 12 months now. My job really is not to make him a better wheelchair rugby player, but it's to make him, I guess, a better athlete generally from a gym perspective. Yeah, I'd probably say he's one of, if not the most mentally strong athlete that I've kind of worked with. He's able to push himself further than a lot of people would be willing to go.
Up we go, up we go.
In order to kind of reach the levels that he kind of needs to in his sport. So.
All right, cool.
Cheers, man.
See you next Tuesday, mate.
Yeah, I got a phone call from my coach to say that I'd been picked, and I didn't know if I was going to be picked at this time. When he rang me and said, congratulations, Aaron, you've been selected, I just burst into tears. I mean, going to the Paralympics is amazing, and it's an amazing experience, but if I go there and share that with my family, then that would be the best achievement. You get a medal, that's a byproduct, but being able to share these experiences with your loved ones, that's what makes it so special.
Aaron's a great influence within the club, not only as an elite player, he's a core for the club. A lot of players will follow his lead. He'll give a lot of good advice and coaching tips to players experienced and also the new players. The younger elements of the club, whether they're players or supporters, just love him being around. And certainly as a coach, I've learned a lot from him.
Yeah, try and support the team as much as possible. They're a really great bunch, and if I'm training this hard, I want them to train as hard as well. That could be the difference between winning and losing a game. We're talking about marginal gains here. We play at the top level in the UK, so playing against some really, really tough opposition. I want them to be prepared as they can be.
Yeah, this one, look. Fill that one up. You just got to take the tops off him, yeah? All right?
Okay.
Thank you.
He gave me this. Like me and Keegan that. Poland, wasn't it? Yeah, when they were against Poland in the Olympics. He's really nice.
My mum and Aaron have inspired me so much because no matter what brings you down in life, you can always pick yourself back up.
We are absolutely
Like, you know, they're disabled, but yet they can do so many things, which makes me so happy. It's a very old photo of me and Aaron.
Go on.
I wish I could pick myself up now in my old age and go back and speak to that 15-year-old and say, you know what, it ends up okay. And if you can do that for somebody else, then that's a really powerful thing. This is the best and worst thing that ever happened to me. Worse than at the time it felt like my world was crumbling in around me, but now I can see it as the best thing because it's given me such a different outlook on life. It's created so many opportunities that I wouldn't have otherwise. So I'm thankful. If I wish I could have my legs back, I would, and I'm happy with who I am now. Everybody's different.